All good.
Be slate.
So you finished the 2-day workshop?
This is fantastic. You've got the foundational aspect of DV Alert.
To recognise,
respond and refer.
It's really important that you consider attending the 1-day workshop.
You're actually attending a workshop that's going to give you and open up a whole new way of seeing domestic family violence.
A lot of the skills within DV Alert are transferable, so although you can use them definitely with clients, consumers of your service, you can also use them with family members, friends, colleagues, whatever it may be. When we look at how many people around the country are experiencing some form of domestic family violence, I think those skills are so valuable in a lot of different aspects of life. And I find myself utilising a lot of the skills within DV Alert, again, in everyday life.
In this workshop, we're going to take some time to look at LGBTQ+ fundamentals. This means we're going to unpack terminology, how it might be different, or how it might be less obvious in LGBTQ+ relationships and communities.
When I went and attended Men Who Use Violence, there were some things I already knew, but there was also a lot of information I didn't know.
A lot of frontline workers work with women from migrant and refugee backgrounds. So I think it's really important that they're aware of what those particular barriers to disclosure might be. What is it that migrant and refugee women might need? So doing this workshop will give them the resources, it'll give them the skills, it'll give them ways of having those conversations.
What people learn when they attend this workshop is the nuances that are impacted by the migration and settlement experience. It impacts the way people experience the world, the way they understand family and domestic violence.
Participants gain skills in recognising identity-based abuse. We learn how to use respectful questioning to explore a person's experience. We learn how to check in with how our own bias might impact our support, which can then lead to appropriate, safe referrals.
Within the focus workshops, we really like to create a safe space where people can share their ideas, ask questions that they maybe haven't felt comfortable to ask before, and really again create that space where we all learn from one another.
So in the early 90s, we had nothing. And so when this program started, we had to go to the community. So my teachers were people with lived experience, and I took that training very seriously.
So you're not just learning concepts, you're building skills you can use straight away.
The First Nations Focus Workshop really looks at culture through a broad lens. If you have attended some of the other streams throughout DV Alert before, I think when we look around the country and we look at the numbers of First Nations mob in Australia that's still disproportionately affected, it really helps to have that skill set related specifically to First Nations mob. It really enhances people's knowledge, communication skills, different ways to approach certain conversations, and really how to best and most appropriately support people in a culturally safe way.
how do we actually work with women with disability, because there's a lot more complex issues that might be there and different barriers. A lot of women with disability will tell people that they're experiencing abuse or violence, but the words that they're using aren't necessarily the words that you and I would use. The things that I really do value is educating more people to start to actually sit back and to recognise what might be happening to women with disability, because the more we talk about it, the more things change.
If you don't understand that kind of violence like dowry abuse, female genital mutilation, forced marriage, how would you have the appropriate conversation that will support the person?
The added bonus about doing the streams is that the DV Alert is funded by the Australian Government through the Department of Social Services. And so, of course, there's no cost to frontline workers who want to attend. Sometimes people get overwhelmed by how much there is to do to end violence against women and children. I think it's important to take that step, enrol in a one-day focus workshop. The DV Alert assessment pathway include
Core Concepts Online,
Foundations Workshop,
One-day focus workshop,
plus the assessment.
And get your unit of competency. We so need workers like you out there who have depth of understanding of cultural practices that you can bring to bear on your work to support communities.